See how that car is just riding beside that truck? I actually missed a lot of it because it didn't register that I should be recording this. But he's starting to move ahead now after a stack of cars got behind him. But, and look how close he is. The speed limit is 70. We only going 65. That's ridiculous, y'all. So, you know, and this truck is governed. This guy in this bug is now going slower than the speed limit. Now, he's always going slower than the speed limit. Now he's going slower than I'm going. And I need to pass him. And the question is why? Now, originally I thought he was just paying attention to the truck. Now I'm wondering if they are on the cell phone or something. I can't see the person doing anything other than driving from back here. Okay, I thought maybe they were preparing to get off on at the rest area, but obviously not. So I mean, I just don't know what the deal is here, you know. And I used to try to figure it out. And I used to actually let it get to me trying to figure it out. But now I've learned not to be that concerned about why. I've learned that you're not going to figure out why. So I'm laughing now. But I used to be frustrated, man, with people like that on the highway. But I'm not, I'm not anymore. Now, of course, you can get in these incidents where you temporarily become frustrated. Imagine we was in the city limits and it's crazy traffic and I'm behind someone like this and they doing dumb stuff. Yeah, it's easy to become frustrated then. That's when it becomes really important that you've been working on yourself and on your patience and on your mindset, your ability to calm yourself down and remain calm without even getting upset. You see? But now the guy or gal, whatever it is, has sped up almost. I say the person is going the speed limit now. Mind you, again, I tell you, the speed limit is 70. I'm only going 66 now. And it looks like the person has sped up more and is now going down the road like a normal person. So I guess that's it to this video. I'm just hoping that, allowing you to see these observations from the outside helps you to be more mindful of your own driving style and your own driving behavior. Because it may very well be that the person driving that bug is not even aware of what he or she is doing. The saying goes, can't see the forest for the trees. And a lot of times you might come across someone, you've probably seen this in relationships, but if you pay attention, you'll see it in other areas as well. But a lot of times you'll see somebody involved with somebody, and incident after incident easily demonstrates that the person should cease to have a relationship with the clown that they're having a relationship with, but yet they stay there. And they keep going through issue after issue after issue. And this person that you are hoping will wake up continues to endure all that unnecessary pain. And you're like, why? Why do you keep putting up with that? Same thing. The person may not even realize, I mean, they complaining, but they justify the situations oftentimes. But they can't see it from your perspective, is what I'm saying. They can't step back and look at the bigger picture like you can. Well, the same is true with other areas in life. And in this case, driving style. The person driving that bug may or may not actually have a grasp or perspective of their driving style. So they might not see how crazy they drive. And you might be like that as well.
I-85 North.
But by us looking at this, you know, and me not being able to point at you and say it's you, and you being truthful yourself about the thoughts that go on, because I might have mentioned some thoughts that go on in your head, or I might have mentioned some things that you look at yourself. Because I know, like, some of the things, like looking at trucks, you know what I'm saying, we see the movies and we see the CB talking and we see the warnings they give. And so I remember taking into account how, or the behavior of truckers, watching the truck to a certain extent. I wasn't crazy. I don't remember, I mean, the speed limit is the speed limit. I ain't about to slow down under the speed limit because of a truck. But when I used to speed, I remember gauging a truck, because if the truck is, the speed limit is one speed, the truck going 5, 10 over, then I'm figuring that they already know that the coast is clear. But if the speed limit is one thing and the truck is going 10 miles or 5 miles under, to me that's just dumb. I mean, even if it is a police up there, then why do I need to go under the speed limit? That's crazy to me. But anyway, so I'm not saying that I've never done it. What I'm telling you is, you know, to think about it. Think about it. And a more, well, this ain't even, this is about, I'll talk about it in another video, but since we're talking about it, a better way of trying to anticipate what's happening on the highway is not judging by the speed of the truck, but by the brake lights of the traffic that is ahead of you. If they see a police up ahead, or if there's an accident up ahead, if there's anything going on up ahead, then the brake lights up ahead will tell you, because everybody will hit the brake when they reach that same point on the highway. That's the most reliable way to predict what's going on ahead of you in the highway, not the speed that the truck is going. So stop worrying about the speed of the truck. Alright, y'all, thanks for watching. Comment, please. If you got questions, please ask. If I can help you, I'll help you. If you like the video, please like it so that I know that you want to see more stuff like this. If there's any questions you have specifically with regards to truckers and navigating the highways around truckers and why we do what we do or whatever, go ahead and ask it. Okay, I'm back. Perfect example. I'm going up a hill. I'm going 60 miles an hour. Look in the mirror that's reflecting back, and you'll see that Jeep is slowing down. Now, is he slowing down because he's about to cross over in the middle? Or is he slowing down because he's trying to figure out why I'm slowing down? Lacking the ability to use logic and figuring out that we're going up a hill and that I'm probably slowing down just because we're going up a hill. You see what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to warn you, or help you see in advance, and give you these tips on dealing with traffic, driving safely on the highway and efficiently on the highway. You see how this guy is just riding there at my tail? You have to look at the mirror on the hood to the left. I was going up a hill, now I'm going down the hill, but I'm still not even going 70. The speed limit is 70. Instead of this guy going by me, this guy is riding beside me. That doesn't make sense. And all that traffic behind him is being held up by him. We're going back up a hill. So now I've slowed down to 65, simply because I have 30,000 pounds in the trailer. And now the guy in the Jeep is slowing down as well. Almost to the same speed I'm going. Now I'm going about 63. I'm going 63. The Jeep has slowed down almost to my speed, and the rest of the traffic is going on by. So you see, I pointed pointed out in another video, I just did this again to show you that it's not an isolated incident. That other one was not an isolated incident. This is not an isolated incident. I can make these videos over and over and over and show you examples. And the reason to show it to you more than once, the reason I'm trying to make the point get across to you, is again, hopefully to help you kind of monitor yourself and make sure you're not doing it. Because if you're doing it, you're causing a problem on the highway. It's not affecting me in this case, but check this out though. Well, not even, because you don't care about that. You don't care if it's affecting me. Some of y'all do. Y'all that stick around my page, you probably do because you want to learn. The ones that just came across this, see what it is, you being nosy, you're sticking around to see what I'm saying next. You might not care, but here's the thing. See all this traffic that was behind him? You could have been the person behind that vehicle, and you've probably been behind one of these people. So the reason I'm pointing it out is because the difference is helping the highway be more efficient and not be as safe and efficient. Because imagine somebody behind this guy that is prone to road rage. Now look at this guy in the right lane. I don't even. Oh, that's the bug again. That's the bug again. But now I guess you see why I felt it's so important to make these two videos about driving behavior, driving psychology. And you know, there is a parallel. There's a direct parallel to how we do life, y'all. Because a lot of times in life, we do things a certain way that may or may not be in our best interest. And although we do them in the way that we do them, oftentimes based on how it was modeled, but regardless, based on whatever we learned to that point, which could come from our own personal experiences or what the information we've come across that informs us and causes us to be either cautious or judgmental in a certain way about something, and therefore affects our behavior. These are principles. These are underlying things in our thought process that affect how we do life. And so right now we are applying it to navigating traffic, but the same is true in how you navigate life. So if you really do pay attention to what I'm saying and the underlying thoughts behind evaluating the way we do traffic, then you can easily figure out how this could apply to life in general, and therefore allow it to help you do life better. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So I can imagine you just sitting there talking about, what is this clown talking about? How is this possibly going to apply to life? Some of y'all get it. And I can understand it's a kind of a stretch. I do that a lot. But let me give you some scenarios. Like, so here's the thing. If you was to go and ask the person driving that Jeep, and ask the lady, I don't know if you saw, but that was the lady. Ask the lady driving that Bug, why do y'all drive like that? You'd be like, drive like what? You'd be like, I mean, the way you're driving it's kind of crazy, you know. And they would be like, what do you mean? There's nothing wrong with the way I drive. It's normal. Right? And now you and I are looking at it, it may seem weird. Some of y'all, you'd be like, what's the big deal? It ain't no big deal. But, I mean, you see the people passing them. You see that for most people, the way that they are driving is not normal. It's the way that they do it, and it's normal to them. But if you ask the other people behind them and passing them, then they would say, nah, it's a little strange, but whatever, no big deal. But the point is, to them, it's normal. Now, suppose you're doing the same thing in the way that you're treating your significant other in a relationship. So suppose that the way that you do relationships to you seems normal, but really it's not normal, but it's all that you know. And you can't
and maybe you're resistant to all of the people you've been in relationships with who tell you or complain about how you do it, what you do or what you don't do, or what they desire. And instead of you listening and trying to step back and take a look at how you're doing it, you just resist what they're saying, and you say there's nothing wrong with the way that I'm doing things, and you continue on. But you're that person. Now you are that person driving that Jeep or driving that Bug in the relationship. Suppose the way that you do your health, you do it the way you know to you is normal. That's what was modeled to you. That's what you were taught. That's what you have seen your primary influencers, your parents, whoever it was, might be grandparent, and maybe you always was rebellious. It's not them, and it's been other people, people on TV, whatever. Whether you gorge or whether you are leaning on the side of anorexia, you know, but your habits, man, is it going to keep you healthy, or is it going to put you in harm's way? Because you justify, even if you recognize it, but you justify it because that's what you say that represents you. That's what you're used to. That's what's normal to you, and you're resistant to change. And you don't want to step back and look at the picture. You don't want to see yourself on a movie screen and actually be truthful about, or be mindful or truthful. You choose. In the case with the driver, it's probably more about not being mindful and not looking at the bigger picture. When we talk about behaviors that harm you, like eating habits, then I think it's easier to actually see, but you're more likely to justify your behavior instead of saying it's normal. Suppose you are that person driving that Bug or driving that Jeep in your eating habits, or let's say your health habits, because exercise the same way, you know. So all your life, you say, I've never been someone to exercise all my life, so why I'm going to start now? I've been eating the way that I eat all my life. That's normal to me. So why am I going to do this? Just change my eating habits now, which is your prerogative. But are you that Jeep? Are you that Bug? Are you causing problems in your health like these people could cause problems on the highway? That's all I'm saying. I know I kind of drugged that out a little bit. I just really want you to grasp what I was saying when I say you can apply the principles behind the psychology and the way that they drive to life in general. And that's it. Let's continue with this, right? Can I get one more in there? Because this is even more relevant to the whole video. How about you are the person driving that Jeep or that Bug in the way you do work, the way you do your job? We're talking about work ethic here. What's normal in how you do work for you may be normal for you because you were never taught work ethic. You were never modeled good work ethic. No one ever modeled a certain attitude about how you do work. And so therefore you do work the way you do work based on however you learned it, the people around, you always worked around. So doing as least amount as possible, not caring about your quality, being as least productive as you can get away with. I'm just pointing out some things that I've seen when on the different types of jobs. So, I mean, but that's something, you know, for you to consider. I doubt y'all watching this video are like that, but you might share it to someone who those habits are part of their work ethic. So I challenge you to step back and really look at your attitude toward work, because you might think that everybody does it like that, and a lot of people do it like that, but those are the same people who complain about, hey, matter of fact, a lot of those people are the ones who thinks the government should mandate $15 an hour. They don't understand that the way you do your job in many cases matter. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but if your attitude is in such a way, in one way, then eventually, if you're around working with the right type of people, I didn't mean to get this deep into it, then somebody's going to notice that. And the people who have the correct attitude, they are the ones who gets the raises. They are the ones who, instead of doing the minimum, they really are more closely obsessed with figuring out how to make the work environment better. They want to better their performance. They care about their work ethic. They want to be on time. They're not trying to cheat the clock. They want to put in the fair day's work. They want to do the job. They want to do the job well, put it that way. And it pays off in the long run. And it goes beyond working at a place for somebody, but because of the type of attitude, you also can see opportunities and create opportunities, and eventually you'll get your $15 an hour. It doesn't have to be mandated, legislated. But so what I'm saying is, take a look at how you do work. Cause I've been around them, and I've been around those people whose work ethic was equivalent to being that Jeep driver and that bug driver, where we would have discussions on how they did certain things, and they would be just like that Jeep driver and that bug driver, and be like, look, I'm only getting paid something. I don't care about this job, blah, 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 blah. That's the Jeep driver. That's the bug driver. They can't see the bigger picture. They don't understand. So, but is that you? You see what I'm saying? All right, man. Back to the video.
Just like it can help you do driving better, it can help you drive better, navigate the highway better, it can help you to do life better if you internalize it to that level. Because then you take the principles away from it and you apply it across the board in other areas of life instead of just to the highway. Alright, I'm back out. I feel like I'm dragging this out now. I'm back out. This is the crazy trucker, crazy like a fox, with driving psychology, navigating the highways to provide you with a less stressful trip to wherever you're going, and helping you to get there safer and in a better mood, with a better attitude and a better outlook for the event in which you're traveling to arrive at. Happy travels, enjoy your trip, wherever you're going. Peace. Hey, if you like it, if you got questions, react. Hit the button, like button, comment, share it, whatever. If you're interested in learning about trucking, go to my website, lifeasatrucker.com. The link in this description is going to be to a page on that site for more tips to people driving their car. Because I got a page dedicated to that, because it's important that you have a certain level of mindfulness and awareness of how to share the road with truck drivers so that you have a better experience on the highway. So that's what this page is about. That's why I created it. You go there, you get more tips far beyond what I'm talking about here. Peace.